Konnichiwa, Gonbanwa, Ni hao. Um, Hello and good evening. Tonight, well, I've always okay. Here's a video I've always wanted to do for years. I've always wanted to do this. So so basically, this video is about how to do a voice impression of one of my top favorite Godzilla characters in the Godzilla series, and of course in the movie Godzilla vs. Mothra: Battle for Earth. The reason why I love this movie because this movie is a special one for me. It came out on my birth year, which happens to be 1992. Yes, I'm a 1992 born baby back then. So introducing the Cosmos, who are these little fairies that I'm holding right here. Yes, the Cosmos of Mothra. Okay, this particular version have appeared in Godzilla vs. Mothra and Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. So these fairies are actually prophets, priestesses, and of course, guardians of the earth. There were similar fairies like that in the original Mothra. Mothra vs. Godzilla, or Godzilla vs. the Thing, Ghidorah the three-headed monster, and an Abrahor of the Deep, or Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. And there was also the Shobijin that appeared in the Millennium series, which are Godzilla Tokiasa West and Godzilla Final Wars. So what I'm holding is the ones from Godzilla vs. Mothra 1992, or Godzilla vs. Mothra Battle for Earth, and Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. So for those who don't know who these fairies are, they're prophets, like I said. They're the guardians of Earth, and they keep Earth's balance in the perfect order. And they're also Mothra's worshippers. And they can also have the ability to use telepathy. So you can say that these are psychic fairies. So whenever they're exploited or kidnapped or anything like that, they summon Mothra for their aid. You know, like, it's like calling Ghostbusters. You know, like, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Yeah, kind of like calling Ghostbusters, but instead they're not calling the Ghostbusters. They're just calling Mothra. And they can even heal Mothra with their songs too. Like, so basically they're like singing like a choir of little girls at church or angels. So enough history and introduction about them. Now let's get on to the voice impressions. Okay, over the past years I had difficulty doing it. But now I have learned some secrets on how to do the Cosmos voice. To make them come to life, think about them like they're just little fairies. They're tiny fairies. And think about them like they're like little children. They talk in a innocent voice and very gentle. That sounds very angelic, because you know how a little fairy sound like. Okay, I'm gonna show you step one, but this is the soothing part. If you're, for all of you folks are stressed out right now, this is a good time to watch it because it requires deep breathing. So in order to imitate the Cosmos, do step one, the deep breathing part. Go like this. Just follow my lead. And let out some vowels with a bell and alarm noise. You know how an electronic bell or a siren sound. So it goes like this. Ah, like that. Ah. That you hear that, folks? That sounds a little feminine or higher voice. Okay, and let out something like, you know, every time I do this makes me think of Ling from Kung Pao Enter the Fist. Yeah, because, you know, what I'm teaching you is how to do the English dub version of the Cosmos. When you watch the Heisei or Millennium Godzilla movies that's dubbed in English, Omni Productions from Hong Kong did the dubs. Anyway, that's the parts. And here it goes. Ooh. Like, ooh, ooh. That's basically a siren noise. And let out another one. And this is my favorite one. So that's the vowels I'm letting out, because that's the first thing you do when you warm up if you want to imitate the Cosmos right there in my hand. Okay. Let's do my favorite one. I know it may sound like SpongeBob a little bit, but here's another secret. Put a little bit of SpongeBob voice in your Cosmos or Shobijin voice impression, but don't overdo it or else it'll sound like SpongeBob than Cosmos. Okay, let's try again. Now put your tongue in the back and say some words like you hear in the movies. Like, okay, I want to say this. Hello. Hello. Now you try it. But although they didn't say hello in the films, but it would be more sweeter if they actually said it. So let's try again. Hello. And they say words like, we'll stay with you. How are you? Well, they don't say how are you, but I just put it there. And add more like words like okay, they say this in the movie Godzilla vs. Mothra. When it's English dubbed. We understand. Please, don't cry, little one. Well, yeah, that's my voice impression of them. So to make it come alive and more spot on accurate, go to an echoey room. If you do it at an echoey room, it'll create the illusion of unison. Or another option is have a partner, to pair up with a partner, and that way it'll create the unison voice that I want it or we want. Okay, let me show you some more lines. Okay. We are the cosmos, my friends. We are the Earth cosmos. Scientists created a device that controls Earth's climate. Oh yes, they created the Black Mothra, and Batra was his name. It was a tragic situation. Also, we'll stay with you. We'll stay with you. We'll stay with you. Well, if you want to imitate that innocent girl voice, exhale it, and say it gently, like I said. But remember, like, the vowel part is the secret. Now, here's another fun part on how to do your Cosmos voice impression. The singing. The singing part's the best part. Like, every time I watch Godzilla vs. Mothra or Godzilla Tokyo SOS or even the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy, I always jump to the Mothra song part because it pumps me up and it sounds very angelic. And it's one of the most catchiest songs ever. Just as catchy as the Ghostbuster theme or the Power Ranger theme or the Jurassic Park theme. or Star Wars. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to sing. Here's a sample of the Mothra song with the voice. Okay, let's do it. Let's do another step-by-step instruction. Just do deep breath. Inhale. Exhale with the and you can do this. You know, they should have sang like that. Or you can go Masuraya, Masuraya, Nongan Kasanguyan, Indokmu, Listo Vidadwa, Hanba Hamba Muyan, Landa Banuradan, Donju Kana, Kasakuyan. That sounds a little bit like opera. Or you can do this. Mahara, Mahara Masura. Or you can vocalize it, which is even better. For those who can't sing Malaysian or Indonesian or not even Japanese or Chinese or Korean, for all you non-Asian speakers, can do this if you want to imitate it like this. Well, anyway, I threw a little bit of SpongeBob in it. You can also say this too. Another line you can say. Okay, follow my lead. Okay, here it goes. Follow my lead. Mothra want to say thank you. Or, thank you. Thank you. Well, that was my tutorial on how to imitate the Cosmos or Shobijin. I hope you find this very useful. So, before I made this video, I had a lot of fun. So I will make some more Cosmos voice impression videos on YouTube. That means song covers, impressions, reenactments, etc. So, enough said. Goodbye. Bye, my friends.